What's up, folks? Frank here, your favorite sorcerer, or maybe your least favorite. Who gives a shit? One of the questions that I get almost on a daily basis is this: how do I find my purpose? How do I know what my purpose is, and how do I live it? Okay, and I understand that. I can relate. That's a very, very valid question because living out of sync with your purpose is it's not living. It's actually just going through the moves. Okay, what you're looking for is a sensation of life. Okay, where every day, even though it might be tough at times, but every day brings you some sort of new realization, some sort of growth, and you actually feel alive. Okay, to what extent do you feel that your life is an actual adventure? To what extent do you feel that you're having experiences on a daily basis that challenge you, make you grow, and even though it's not easy, you feel like it's worth it? See, this is what this is actually about, man. Life is about growth. It is not about, you know, accumulating physical objects. I mean, that's fine. That's cool. All right, no hate. I'm not a hater, but see, you're here to grow, okay? And you could use many different outlets to do so, but don't forget that the actual point of why you're here, why you're incarnated, is to grow as a spiritual being, to develop certain qualities like courage, okay, and others, you know. So the point is this: mankind has forgotten that it is part of a cosmos. Okay. Today we live in a society where most people understand themselves as not fully part of nature. Okay. And they might understand that intellectually, right? I mean, to an extent, it's hard. Most people understand rationally that we are part of nature. We're part of the greater whole of the universe, but practically it has zero meaning in people's lives. Really, they live in cities and apartment buildings, and they don't grow their own food. You know, and the hypocrisy. You know, they don't. They talk about not having animals killed, but eat at fucking McDonald's, and you know, you know, a life that is completely cut off from nature. That's essentially the state of, you know, most of the Western world in early 21st century. Okay. Well, look, it wasn't always that way. There were cultures that existed on this planet where it was a clear understanding that man is part of nature and a part of the cosmos, okay, such as the ancient Egyptians, for instance. So, looking into nature and looking into the cosmos, you will see that any creature has a purpose. What does that mean? It fits perfectly into the universe. Okay, everything is perfectly constructed, and when you live in harmony with that, you will live your purpose. Your life will be remagicked, if you will. Okay, every day will feel like you're alive. Okay? I'm not saying it's always going to be easy. Definitely not. I'm not saying it's going to be always pleasant, but at the end of the day, it's going to be worth it, right? Because what you will take from here, what you will take once you leave this place, once you leave this body behind, is your insights, your mindsets, your beliefs, which have an actual energetic component to them. All right. So you're here to grow internally, spiritually. Okay. Everything on the outside is just a reflection and a manifestation of that. Okay. So This is also what I see oftentimes, where people are drawn into magic or towards magic for like the first step will always be some um, something that they want to attain in the physical world that they think they can't attain through any other means, which is totally fine. Okay, it's totally fine. Something like revenge, love spells, and then prosperity spells and all of that. That's great, but it can't stay in at that level. I don't have any problems with any of those. Okay, watch my other videos. You will see that I do that all the fucking time. All right, but you gotta understand that at the end of the day, it's about spiritual growth. Okay, so once you begin to approach witchcraft with that mindset, you'll become much stronger. Okay, never mind. I was talking about purpose. So when you live in harmony with your purpose, you will live in harmony with the universe. Yeah, that's could be called dharma. That's what the yogis will call it. And you live in total harmony with the universe. You, your energy body, your energy system, is a reflection of the macrocosm, by the way. Okay, so you carry the universe within you. Just so you know, you are God. Okay, you might be an unconscious god or goddess. Nevertheless, you are a god. So finding your purpose and living with your purpose is not necessarily some sort of intellectual exercise, okay? It's not that you can really sit down and find it by I don't know, reading, writing, or whatever people do to attempt to find that. What you have to do is you have to journey within, okay? You have to have a working relationship with your higher self. Okay? How often do you have a communication with yourself? How often do you meditate? Because that's what it boils down to, right? A practice of communicating with your higher self and your inner self, your own emotions, your uh, impulses, and all of that, your intuition. That boils down to meditation. See what I mean? So, do you meditate? If you don't have a meditative practice, forget about anything else. Okay? I mean, you want to attempt to call upon demons and do astral travels and do divinations, remote viewings, and all of that stuff without being in control of your mind. Impossible. Okay, you need to learn meditation if you want to do any of those things. Energy healing, even. Okay, you need to be able to control your mind and the direction of the energy. Your subtle energy has to be directed in order to do all of these great things. Okay, witchcraft is not about the objects. The objects are secondary. What the magician is capable of doing with his own energy system is what determines the success of magical rituals, as well as it's the determining factor if magic actually works or not. Okay, everything else is secondary. All the objects, all this other shit that you would want. Okay. People think it's always about the system or the spirit that they work with and whatnot. It's always about the practitioner. Okay. People always battle about, oh, this tradition is stronger, this tradition is stronger, this spirit is more potent, more powerful, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. It's always about the person that is working with that energy. Okay, understand that. So you need to learn how to meditate. Number two, as you do that, as you journey within, as you build a working relationship with your higher self, which is actually communicating to you all the time. Okay, the universe is speaking to you all the fucking time. Okay, but what most people do, religious people, they always pray. Okay, so they speak to God, you could say. You need to learn to listen to God. You need to learn to listen. And this is what meditation does. It's essentially shutting the fuck up and allowing the universe to give you the insights that you need. Okay? And everybody who's watching this who hasn't made it meditative practice, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just have to listen. And you have to allow yourself to process certain things. You have to look within. As within, so without. Okay? It's more important what happens within you, which is infinite. Okay? More important than what happens outside of you. That's the reflection. Okay? You just have it backwards. So look within. Number two, I don't know, is that number two? I don't know. I made many points here. But what I'm saying is that there's an actual energy system that you have. And you can work on different energy centers to awaken different levels of consciousness and to strengthen your connection to your higher self. And this is how you actually find your purpose. You have to do some fucking energy work. You have to explore your inner self. If you don't know what your purpose is, if you don't know what you're here to do, you haven't explored yourself yet. Okay? You haven't looked within yet. So this is what you need to do. You absolutely need to build a working relationship with your higher self. And believe it or not, everything in your life will transform once you do that. All these, unfortunate relationships or, bad people that you have in your life, all these circumstances that are not in alignment with who you really are, what you truly are going to fall away naturally, okay? It could be that you can't stand the person that you're with anymore. It could be that you just realize that you deserve better than what's around you right now. But one thing's for sure, your life is going to change once you begin to journey within, once you begin a working relationship with your higher self, once you work with your subtle energies. Some shift is going to occur, and you're going to become a more potent, more powerful being. You know what I mean? And this is actually the only game there is. Please, please, please stop focusing on the outside manifestations and look within. Begin to look within. If you want to change what's outside of you, if you want to change what's around you, you have to first change what is going on within yourself. There is no other game that's going on. Everything physical is just a reflection of some sort of energy. You're walking through an energetic minefield all the time, all the time. Now, you have to reharmonize yourself with it. As you do that, the serpent power, Kundalini, and it has other names, it will rise within you. And step by step, you will be connected to these different levels of yourself, of your energy body. And you will have a working relationship with your higher self. This is what will allow you to do witchcraft. You see what I mean? A working relationship with your higher self is what causes witchcraft. Okay, some people think witchcraft is self-hypnosis. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my self-talk. Let's control my self-talk, and that all. No. There's more to it. There's way more to it. Okay. There's an entire universe more, or multiple universes. Okay. It's not just your self-talk. Okay, so fuck off with your psychobabble. It's not just self-talk. There's energy involved. There are spirits involved, intelligences. All around us, all around you. I mean, if you walk through the world with an open spiritual side, 80-90% of people are constantly being influenced by entities, little nagging, malignant energies, you know what I mean? Spirits, little spirits, you know what I mean? And that's, taking actual sorcerers like me out of the picture, okay? This world is full with little malignant spirits, and people are just being fucked up by them left and right. Okay. I also get people always complaining about how fucked up the world is. And it is. It is. All right. But you got to understand that the world as a whole is a reflection of the collective consciousness of humanity. So if you want to change the world, start within. Okay. Start with yourself. And as you change yourself, it will have ripple effects. Your conscious, like what you think, what you feel, what goes on in your energy is so important. So important. Okay. But it takes courage. To make that journey takes courage, because you will have to face any fear, any insecurity, any attachment that you have. You will have to let it go in order to grow into something greater. There is no other way. There's no other way. But you will, it's worth it, let me tell you. It's worth it. Okay? I think I'll leave it at this. I actually wanted to bring something else into this video, but I think it's complete now. I think it's complete. Maybe I'm going to do this other thing in another video. We'll see. Okay, so journey within. If you want to find out your purpose, if you want to know what you're here to do, look within and find it. And when you live in harmony with it, every single day will be an adventure. It will be a growth process, and you will feel alive again. Okay, you will feel alive. This feeling of being alive, which is what you're looking for. Okay, I'll leave it at this. See you in the next video. Rebellion, liberation, and mastery.